So Kamel Abu Nahel, who was being treated for a gunshot wound at Shifa Hospital, said that he and others went to the distribution point in the middle of the night because they heard that there would be food. They've been eating bird food. They've been eating animal fodder. They're desperate for food. So they show up and he says, "We've been eating animal feed for 2 months, so you can imagine how hungry they are." He said Israeli troops opened fire on the crowd as people pulled boxes of flour and canned goods off the trucks, causing them to scatter, with some hiding under cars. After the shooting stopped, people went back to the trucks and the soldiers opened fire again. He was shot in the leg and fell over, and then a truck ran over his leg as it sped off, he said. Ala Abu Daye, a witness of that violence, said that Israeli troops opened fire and also that a tank fired a shell. Those attempting to deliver humanitarian aid tried to get away from the shooting and the danger that was being caused as a result of the IDF firing at them. And as a result, they unfortunately did end up running some people over. But do not make the mistake of buying into the lies and propaganda by the Israeli government. That is not the main reason why people were killed. Do not make the mistake of buying into the lies and propaganda by the Israeli government.
At least 80 people were killed and 400 people were wounded at the same time for the same reason, in the same place. For those who don't know, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians, of Gazans, are facing a forced starvation in the north of Gaza Strip. They are starving to death, and the only way they can get food is to wait for food. So some aid trucks enter from the south to the north of Gaza via Rashid Street on Gaza Beach. And that's why, and because the amount of the aid trucks entering is very limited, maybe once or twice a month, people, fathers and brothers, started to sleep in the streets for weeks now. They're waiting for any aid trucks at least enters during the night so they can get some flour to the family. So tonight at 4 a.m. it happened. Some flour bags entered the north of Gaza Strip and people started running to get that flour, to get that food for their families. So the Israeli tanks opened the fire on them, shooting and killing more than 80 people, wounding more than 400 people. Their blood was mixed with the flour. The mothers and sisters.
They're calling it the flour massacre. I can tell you that if I saw my children in their bones and skin wasting away as the Israeli state and military and the US and the UK and Germany use starvation as a weapon against the civilians of Gaza, if I saw my children starving like that, I would also take the risk for a bag of flour. 77 Palestinian fathers will not return home to their children tonight because they were massacred trying to get flour. While we waste food around the world into trash cans and you let the people of Gaza be starved to death. What is wrong with the world? We are at 5 months of a genocide against the people of Gaza. Whatever we have done is not enough. We should shut down Western governments, shut down the arms distributors and manufacturers, shut down the world for Gaza. It is 2024. And you have a 5-month-long genocide that is witnessed the world around on live TV. And you have something called the flour massacre. What a pathetic world we live in. That our children are starving to death here in Gaza. The world's children, they're the same as your children and they deserve life and they deserve for their fathers to come home to them and not be massacred by snipers who are hungry for their blood.
Kindermörder. Die israelische Regierung ist definitiv ein Apartheidstaat, nicht erst seit dem 7. Oktober. Und jetzt.
Und war so verschwitzt und die haben euer Kind umgezogen, damit es nicht krank wird.
Kindermörder.
Ich versichere euch, euer Bruder versichert euch.
Kindermörder, Frauenmörder, Schwangerenmörder
Schwestern im Raster haben eure Sorgen.
und eine Diskriminierung eines ganzen Volkes, wessen Land das schon vorher war. Palästina gehört Palästina. Und es hat nichts mit Religion zu tun. Ich erzähle meiner Mutter, die ihre 4 Kinder verloren hat. Und für mich ist es unvorstellbar. Unvorstellbar. Und ich finde, wir müssten viel mehr auf die Straße gehen, alle zusammen.
Ich sage euch, wenn ihr irgendwo läuft, euch an einem Baum
mich muss niemand trösten. Ich bin in Sicherheit, in Wärme, wie er sagt, in Komfort. Wir haben zu essen, wir haben zu trinken. Wir können unsere Kinder in Freiheit aufwachsen sehen. Aber wir müssen uns, wenn wir ein Herz haben, mein lieber Freund hat neulich gesagt, wir müssen, jeder, der ein Herz hat, muss eigentlich hier stehen. Ganz einfach.
Come on. So genau. Muszlam.